When we are motivated by compassion and wisdom, the results of our actions benefit everyone, not just our individual selves or some immediate convenience. When we are able to recognize and forgive ignorant actions of the past, we gain strength to constructively solve the problems of the present.
I pissed on the man who called me a dog. Why was he so surprised? Diogenes. One original thought is worth 1,000 mindless quotings. Diogenes. He has the most who is most content with the least. Diogenes.
When we are motivated by compassion and wisdom, the results of our actions benefit everyone, not just our individual selves or some immediate convenience. When we are able to recognize and forgive ignorant actions of the past, we gain strength to constructively solve the problems of the present.
Literally by how he interprets what happens to him. If he focuses on how it could have been better, he will be hurt. If he focuses on how it could have been worse, he will be happy. The same is true for women. 2. Diogenes. In a rich man's house, there is no place to spit but his face. Diogenes. Fools, you think of God as a sentient being. God is the word used to represent a force. This force created nothing. It just helps things along. It does not answer prayers, although it may make you think of a way to solve a problem. It has the power to influence you, but not decide for you. Diogenes, we have 2 ears and 1 tongue, so that we would listen more and talk less. Diogenes. We come into the world alone, and we die alone. Why in life should we be any less alone? Diogenes. The mob is the mother of tyrants. Diogenes. Of what use is a philosopher who doesn't hurt anybody's feelings? Diogenes. He lit a lamp in broad daylight and said as he went about, I am looking for a humor. Diogenes. I'm not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world. Diogenes. You will become a teacher of yourself when for the same things that you blame others, you also blame yourself. Diogenes. Education gives sobriety to the young, comfort to the old, riches to the poor, and is an ornament to the rich. Diogenes. I am Diogenes the dog. I nuzzle the kind bark at the greedy and bite scoundrels. Diogenes. Aristotle was once asked what those who tell lies gain by it. Said he, that when they speak truth, they are not believed. Diogenes. Self-taught poverty is a help toward philosophy, for the things which philosophy attempts to teach, by reasoning poverty forces us to practice. Diogenes. Why not whip the teacher when the pupil misbehaves? Diogenes. He once begged alms of a statue, and when asked why he did so, replied, to get practice in being refused. Diogenes. Discourse on virtue, and they pass by in droves, whistle, and dance the shimmy, and you've got an audience. Diogenes. I am looking for an honest man. Diogenes. When Alexander the Great addressed him with greetings and asked if he wanted anything, Diogenes replied, yes, stand a little out of my sunshine. Diogenes. The most beautiful thing in the world is freedom of speech. Diogenes. When I look upon seamen, men of science, and philosophers, man is the wisest of all beings. When I look upon priests and prophets, nothing is as contemptible as man. Diogenes. We have complicated every simple gift of the gods. Diogenes. If I lack awareness, then why should I care what happens to me when I am dead? Diogenes. To become self-educated, you should condemn yourself for all those things that you would criticize others. Diogenes. One day, observing a child drinking out of his hands, he cast away the cup from his wallet with the words, a child has beaten me in plainness of living. Diogenes. The art of being a slave is to rule one's master. Diogenes. A friend is one soul, abiding in 2 bodies. Diogenes. Even if I am but a pretender to wisdom, that in itself is philosophy. Diogenes. He was breakfasting in the marketplace, and the bystanders gathered round him with cries of, "Dog, it is you who are dogs," cried he, "when you stand round and watch me at my breakfast." Diogenes. As houses well stored with provisions are likely to be full of mice, so the bodies of those that eat much are full of diseases. Diogenes. There is only a finger's difference between a wise man and a fool. Diogenes, quotes Plato, had defined man as an animal biped and featherless, and was applauded. Diogenes plucked a fowl and brought it into the lecture room with the words, "Behold, Plato's man, Diogenes." To the question what wine he found pleasant to drink, he replied, that for which other people pay Diogenes, the foundation of every state is the education of its youth. Diogenes. Other dogs bite only their enemies, whereas I bite also my friends in order to save them. Diogenes.